A lot of y'all don't know this, but I went to Nashville Auto Diesel College when I was 18, 19, something like that, for the auto collision
Tank's going to be
repair.
right here. It's going to come out of the elbow, go down through the bed. The bed's going to be right here. The half-inch airline is going to be sticking out of the bed. Going to push this up on there. It's going to lock in place, and then we're going to have the, I don't know how this is going to be up under there. Anyway, we're going to have these four right here going over to the airline. So these are going to shoot back, like in actuality, it's going to be like this. They're going to shoot back over this way, go over the.
Alright guys, to the way that I'm going to mount the tank, it's going to be back here. Going to mount the compressor right in front of it, and I was trying to find a way to get all the holes marked. I already looked up under the bed and made sure there wasn't anything up under there that'd be hitting when I drilled through there. The way that I'm copying the footprint of the mounting holes or mounting locations on this compressor is I got this piece of cardboard and just poked holes through where each one of the mounting feet is. So I'm going to take this and put it over here like this. And let's see. Anyway, the way that I'm going to do this, can't see where I'm. Anyway, the way I'm going to do this is put that right there and get the Sharpie and just draw wherever the hole is up under there, like this. Sorry, just gonna do like this. Yeah, which I moved it. Anyway, get that like that so I can get all the holes lined up and get it mounted correctly. You're gonna do the same thing with the tank. Gonna mount it right there. Scared me. Man, it's difficult. Trying to lean over in a tall truck. Alright, so now we got the holes drilled out for the compressor to mount. And before you ever drill through anything on your vehicle, always make sure on the other side that there's nothing under there. And obviously I've already looked up under there and there's nothing there, so just a little helpful reminder so you don't drill in any wires or something. Alright, so now we have the holes for the compressor, and now I'm drilling the holes for the air tank. Yeah, in and out of the hole. Anyway, now we're about to mount the tank and the compressor since I got the holes drilled out. Holla. A lot of y'all don't know this, but I went to Nashville Auto Diesel College when I was 18, 19, something like that, for the auto collision repair course. Ended up bagging and body dropping a '88 Chevrolet pickup. It was a single cab Did 4-link suspension, total new frame from the firewall back, all that good stuff. So we've done some air ride before. It's just been a long time. Just figured that I saw a picture of it not too long ago. I might go see if I can find a picture of it. But back then, I think it had 24s on it. That was almost 10 years. That was 10 years ago. 24s on a truck, back and body dropped. So that was big things at its time for sure. Install this little water dumper. I'm gonna put that on the bottom of the tank right here, obviously. This is the lowest part of the tank. I'm gonna put it right here, so I'll be able to drain the water out. Duh. Just tightening this thing up. And I would recommend actually using a wrench. So when you want to drain the water out, you just pop it up. Watch this out. Like that, or you can order one of those. It's an automatic thing. I think every so often it just tops it off to keep it drained. But yeah, another step down. Now we're installing the pressure switch. Sorry about that. Anyway, now we're installing the pressure switch. As you can see, they've already applied some liquid thread tape on there. So this pressure switch is a lot bigger than the ones that I used in the couple of trucks that I did back in the day. I just want to say they were like little bitty things that stuck up off of there and just had like 2 terminals on there to hook it up. But they weren't very well made at that time, so hopefully this one's, I'm sure if Hornblaster is selling it and they use these things all the time, then they have to be pretty decent quality anyway, or I'm assuming so. So see if I can get this thing tightened up. Hard enough for me to be doing installs, and now I'm trying to do it and hold something in my hand at the same time. Preposterous, I tell you. Anyway, we got this thing tightened up. So it'll be able to mount, and you won't be able to see it from the back because it'll be facing up towards the front of the bed. Alright, so I just got my air pressure gauge mounted on there. I mounted it so when I look over the side of the truck right here, like if I crawl up on the tire and look over, like it'll be right there in my face. So that's what we got going here. Goes up to 200 and something, but we're going to be running 150, so it's going to be well within the limits of the pressure switch. I meant not pressure switch, the pressure gauge. Got the pressure switch mounted over here. So knocking it out. Alright, one of the things that I've just ran into, or I guess not ran into, but this is the way I'm going to deal with this. As you can see, this is a push-pull connector. You just push it down and shove the air line in there. When you pull it out, it keeps it from, you don't have to put any pipe dope or anything on there for it to not leak. It's real convenient. But anyway, the way that I'm doing this, there's not a lot of room between the side of the tank right here and the side of my bed. So I'm going to have to go and buy a 90, like an elbow to go right there, so I can just push it up like that. So it'll make it real clean and everything. Because I don't want it, like if I turn the tank around the other way, it would be going out into my bed more, and I don't want that. So that's how we're going to do this. We're just going to, you're going to go buy an elbow, and then we're going to screw that on to the bottom of there like that, and then go down through the bed with just one. So that's how we're going to handle that. But we got all the other plugs and everything in there. Got this one in there for the compressor. Just making progress.
All right, now we have the hole drilled. It's gonna go down through there. What I had to do was go to Lowe's and get this fitting. It's at 90 3/4, and then I got a reducer from 3/4 to half, and I'm gonna put this push connector in the end of it like that. But it's all just so, it was just my preference or whatever. I'm just picky on doing my own stuff. Anyway, so instead of it just being a push into the side of the tank, it's gonna go out, and it would have went out and into the side of the bed right here and then down, but I didn't want to do it like that, I guess. Anyway, so what I did was bought this 90 or whatever, and I'm gonna go straight down to the bed like this, to that hole that I made in there. So that's what we're working with right now. I'm about to plumb this up. Alright, so now since we got the adapter or the elbow in there, we're just going to go ahead and tighten these fittings up on this air valve. So when we get up under there, we won't have to do it up under the truck. It's much easier to work on things outside of the truck than it is when you get up under there in close quarters. So it's going to be tightening this up. I said it was anyway. Well, scared me for a second there. It's usually not that tight right off the bat. Alright, good enough for that one. I'm going to put this push connector on the other side. So well, of course, since I'm trying to do it on video, it's not going to go as planned, but I'm sure this would be a lot easier with the vise. But you know, JP's not an installer, so he doesn't have a vise. So we're just doing the best that we can. And they don't have to be godly tight either, so, or as I remember when I did those other vehicles. Anyway, how it's going to work is tank's going to be right here. It's going to come out of the elbow, go down through the bed. The bed's going to be right here. The half-inch airline is going to be sticking down out of the bed. Going to push this up on there. It's going to lock in place, and then we're going to have the, I don't know how this is going to be up under there. Anyway, we're going to have these four right here going over to the airline. So these are going to shoot back, like in actuality it's going to be like this. They're going to shoot back over this way, go over the frame and into the train horn. So after that, all I have to do after that is wire it up. So getting closer. Well, the airline is sticking out, and get our air valve, slide it up on there like so, pull it down, and voila, that's how it's gonna roll right there. And then they're gonna go, the airline's gonna go from there over the frame rail into the train horn.
Yo, I'm looking at a man like, who the fuck is y'all? Better mind your fucking business, man, and let a youngster ball. If I'm coming down your block, knocking pictures off the wall. So I'm front street, rhyme bagging bitches out the mall. On the giant high, just like Gucci Mane, I'm riding giant fly. You should see they head turn when I ride flying by. Beating, got the whole neighborhood shaking. Them hoes be like, what's happening?